Hello, me hotties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue, and we are, of course, live on the big one, the world's top talk show. You can't beat that now, can you? There's nothing else on the internet that beats the world's top talk show with me, Scottie McClue. Hashtag Floatai, the first lord of the internet. So get sharing and get everyone joining us as soon as possible because we've a lot to talk about. And as always, so little time to do it in. So welcome, Sergio. DINKY-DOO. There's Wincy says hi. Hi, Wincy. Lovely to have you with us, and a massive DINKY-DOO. Fuzzy, what are you doing? Fuzzy is giving me red roses. Is that not beautiful? Oh my goodness me, Fuzzy, stop. Hello, how are you? Says Kareem. DINKY-DOO, Kareem. DINKY-DOO to you, Mr. McClue, says Lewis. Hello, Lewis. How lovely to have you with us, and a massive DINKY-DOO. The Welsh boiler back tonight. DINKY-DOO, Psycho, Joker. Yes, indeed. Now, I love this one, guys. Some comments in the live have been filtered to protect the community's experience. That means the wee trolls have been booted down the Swanee. DINKY-DOO from Guruk to you. Scotch Eggs, lovely to have you with. Hi, great to see you again. DINKY-DOO, looking forward to the Rugby World Cup starting tomorrow. We'll be watching the football tomorrow. No, I think I'll be watching the rugby tomorrow. Evening, Scotty. Evening, Michelle. Can you say happy birthday to Rab? Of course, I can say happy birthday to Rab. Who is this here? You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Hello? Oh, they've panicked. Guys, don't ring if you're going to bottle it. Ring and have a chat. And DINKY-DOO, I say to you. There we are. Now, excellent stuff. I'm just going to pin a small goal here. And it's only for a few red roses if you're feeling flush. Because everybody likes to feel flush now and again. And you can pop a red rose in there. DINKY-DOO. So there we are. Hi, Scotty. It's David. DINKY-DOO. David, how lovely to have you with us. We'll maybe get a wee call tonight and we can see what is what from you. That's always good. I say to you, there we are. I'll just do that. That's better. And then I could see all of you. Kareem has sent me £1. Kareem, you are very, very kind, but money is tight. So do be careful, but thank you so much. Paul Glover from Cornwall. Lovely to have you with us there, Paul from Cornwall, my Cornish friend. DINKY-DOO, Scotty, hi all the way from Manila. Godster, we love you in Manila. How wonderful is that? And hi from Uganda, says Jamie. Do you want me to be your mod? No, don't worry, Psycho Joker. We deal with these people. It's easy. You're live on Scotty's phone end. Who's that? Oh, panicked again. There we are. Guys, don't ring if you're just going to panic. There we are. We want to hear proper, decent calls with a bit of sense. There you go. Now, who have we got? Yapa Celtis, says Silibo. Did you serve in the military, Scotty? Well, we don't know. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? All right, we'll just block that, I think. There we go. End of them. That's that. Bye-bye. They'll not be ringing again. I can't tell you. Fantastic stuff. I think... who you got, Scotty? The Chiefs or the Lions? I say. Emily says, what do you work as? I inform, educate, and entertain, Emily. So there we have James. I won't reveal that information because that's classified. I can't tell you. So there you go. King Scotty. Too hotty. What have we got here? Hang on a second. See what I'm doing here. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, it's Kareem.
Kareem, how marvellous to hear you. I had to block the wee caller that was panicking because these people become a nuisance.
I think the person was just attention seeking.
Attention seeking and all that stuff. Yes, indeed. Now then, what's happening? Thank you, James. What's happening with you, Kareem? We had a great call the other night.
It was a question that, if you know the answer, Scotty,
Yes.
it was just like get me thinking. And it's about the monarchy and the royal family.
Yes.
There's a lot of what should we say? There's a lot of polls going out just now where they're saying there's a lot of people would like to see it to get rid of the monarchy, and that's not just here in Scotland. That's down south and other parts. My concern is how can they force that if they really wanted to do that?
Well,
Or
they can't actually, to be honest with you, because it would need all sorts of acts of parliament. It would border on treason to the crown. And, you know, you could end up with people that wanted rid of the monarchy. I don't know if they still execute people for treason. I don't think so. But you used to attract the death penalty for high treason. You see, so it gets into... Well, it gets into a very grey area, you know, disloyalty to the country. What does the crown represent? Because the crown, I mean, people personally attack members of the royal family verbally, but the whole thing is that they are the curators and custodians of the crown. And the crown is our symbol of authority. Everything comes under the crown, do you see? So if you were to actually attack the crown, you're attacking the very center of British life from that point of view, because in, I think it was 1801, with the Act of Secession and the Act of Settlement and all these things that were going on, you ended up with British monarchy, because they claimed Britain. But apart from the monarchy, and perhaps you could say the British government, there is no such thing as Britain. There's no country. And here's a guy saying the Scots hate the crown more than the Irish. But you see, I disagree with that. Why would you ever hate the crown when it's actually Scottish? And why would you hate the crown when it's Irish? You see? So these people, the people that want rid of the monarchy, are genuinely fairly ignorant people with a fairly low IQ that don't understand it and don't know its background. They just look at somebody that thinks got a few more quid than them, and they get envious and jealous. Do you know the difference between envy and jealousy, Kareem? I don't want to put you on the spot, but...
I would say, correct me if I'm wrong, probably is jealousy not worse than being envious?
No, I would say envy's worse. Jealousy is somebody that covets something you've got. So if you bought a very, very swish car and they were looking over the wall or something and they thought, oh, look at that next door, I wish I had one of these. Yes?
Okay.
That's jealousy. Now, envy is far more dangerous, because envy is that person has got no right to have that.
Right. Okay.
You see, so it's quite dangerous. So there's subterfuge. So it could be somebody that just turns on you because they think he's got no right to have that. I would take that off him. Now, there's a guy called Fresh Fridge saying about the crown. Now, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He says, the majority of Ireland have broken free from the crown. Well, there's still the Irish crown, which I think is part of the Union of the Crowns. You see? And the crown is Scottish. And Nemo me impugn lacessit is the motto of the Scottish crown. Whodor meddle wi me, or nobody attacks me with impunity. So you're not just attacking the crown as the unionized crown, you're attacking the Scottish crown and the Irish crown. So these people don't know what they're talking about. And the monarchy came from the old Celtic kings, you see. So Ireland really is effectively a monarchy, although they've voted to go without at the moment. And Arthur Griffith, that's founded Sinn Féin out of the Irish Brotherhood, he was a monarchist and realized the value of the monarchy. He wasn't keen, like most people weren't terribly keen, on the Hanoverian succession. because they felt they lost the line with the Stuarts. There's Fresh Fridge saying up the Royal Artillery. So he's a big British Army man, you see. We salute you, Fresh Fridge, up the Royal Artillery. So again, Kareem, it comes down to ignorance. Sorry, say again, Kareem?
So I think I said the other night, like, I think it's the way people brought up, it's a mindset towards this. Obviously, I was brought up with people, you wouldn't like the Royal
Kareem, well, you're breaking up on us. Are you talking into your phone?
I'll call back, Scottie, if I can, 1 second.
Right, brilliant. Thank you very much. That's our Kareem. Bit of a dodgy line there, but we'll get him back and we'll get the chat going. So anybody that mocks the crown doesn't really know anything about it. Rebuild Hadrian's Wall. Yes, like the Romans did. Absolutely. Now, who have we got here? You're live on Scotty's phone in.
Hi, Scottie, can you hear me?
That's a bit better, Kareem. Yes, it just went all dodgy as if you were talking underwater.
So someone phoned, and when they hang up, or when I see a call back, like in a wee text, I just mucks up my phone. I don't know, it must be the kind of phone I've got. I was saying, Scottie, I think I said the other night there, that I think it's to do with people's mindset and the way that they're brought up.
Yes, of course it is. They get their head stuffed with nonsense in their formative years, and they then don't take a serious look at the whole thing themselves. Because there's a movement afoot at the moment to keep the people ignorant and to divide and rule because it's easier to control people. So that movement, well, it's not just recent, it's been going for a long time. This dumbing down of people so you don't start looking into everything yourself, you know?
I think that is abundantly clear across the whole world when you look at all the divisions and different things, and it's, you know, they fall for it. People completely fall for it every single time. Not just with the royal family here, but if you look at the woke side of things, you can't see this, you can't see a joke now. You can't, you know, you might insult somebody. Well, sorry, that's life. You're going to feel insulted, or you're not going to like things.
Yes.
Bite your lip, get on with it.
But you see, the trivia is a distraction from the major things that are happening. And I think if you can keep people arguing about the trivia, and I think what we've always done on Scottie McClue is raised our game. So we have, people used to say to me, oh, you're full of big talk. Now, I don't see that as an insult. I take that as a compliment. We are full of big talk, but we're full of very big talk. And we're right up there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, do you know what I find interesting, Scottie? You've been on radio and your shows have been for over 30 years. And when you listen to your videos you put on YouTube and on TikTok, you hear a lot of people in different generations, different eras, but they still raise up the same problems within the society. And you would think these things would be fixed, they'd be sorted, but it's just going around in circles. It's crazy.
See, there's Fresh Fridge now. He doesn't know his Irish history, but he's saying Michael Collins fought for a reason. Well, Michael Collins was the one that signed the signed the union agreement. Do you see what I mean? And then poor old Michael Collins was shot by his own people. I mean, these guys were going to parties or weddings or stuff at the weekend and then killing each other during the week because they couldn't argue. So it was very much a civil war within a civil war. You know? So Fresh Fridge doesn't know his Irish history. He doesn't know anything about Michael Collins.
It's crazy. But Scottie, I just thought to bring that up where I asked about the monarchy and about people wanting it removed, and you know, because I don't think they could get it removed. I really don't see it happening. And I think they talk about these polls, but let's be honest, if there was ever a UK vote, you know, I think the UK overwhelmingly would want to keep the royal family, because there's always going to be, there's always that part of society that, you know, put the politics aside that happen within families. They're proud of the royal family. They're proud what they stand for, about trying to better yourself and helping people in local communities, which they do. You know, their timetables, as you've said, how busy are they every day having to go up and down the country and do things?
Well,
You know,
I wouldn't like their job. If
out.
somebody said to me, would you consider being the king? I would say, I'd rather not. Thank you very much. Very kind of you
Yeah.
to offer. I'm very flattered. It's a very high office. But no, if you don't mind, you know, I'd rather just have a humble lifestyle.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
really,
You know,
because as my dear old father, and he really was a wise man. If you think I'm smart, you should have met my father, but he was never, ever a smarty pants. He was a quiet man. I used to watch war movies with him and then realize he was actually there, but you had to draw it out of him. But he would say, well, you can only wear one suit. And I once found a title in the Tracing Back the Family, and I said to him, I said, Dad, could I use that title? And he looked at it, and do you know what he said, Kareem? He went, okay, I wouldn't have bothered with that. You'll end up selling tickets for things.
There we go.
You know, and he used to play, he was a huge entertainer as well. He was a businessman. He was a soldier. He was a sailor. He was an airman. He was an engineer. He was a top musician. And when he played at music, you know, I was telling him one night about Lord this and Lady this, everything there. And, oh, I think I used to hide up the close. You know, so just that you'll see him. He was a fabulous, big, handsome man. You'll see him on the TikToks if you scroll down playing the
You've
pipes.
got a TikTok video of him.
That was him playing the pipes for something. Do you know what I mean? He was always helping folk out and doing things for people. And his funeral in 1996, it was a bucketing wet night in March at 7 o'clock in a Friday evening, and the place was packed. Do you know?
Absolutely brilliant. A good man.
A good man. Yes, absolutely. And you can't choose them, so I was just lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely, Scotty. Well, look, listen, thank you very much for taking my call.
No, your call is always a privilege. I had to lift a couple of bits out because it wouldn't let me upload, so I'm not sure what they were, but I had to lift a couple of wee bits out. So if you ever hear that, don't think I've taken anything out but choice.
Listen, thank you for taking my call, and I'll speak to you on Saturday night.
I look forward to Dinky-Doo, Kareem.
Have a great week.
And you, sir. What a fabulous man, and excellent calls always, guys. If you've just joined us, a very warm welcome watching Scottie McClue. We are, of course, live. Fuzzy is sending me red roses. We've got 105 red roses. Oh, you're live on Scottie's Fun, and who's that?
Oh, hello. I didn't think I'd get in there.
Of course you'll get in there.
My name's John. Jonathan Campbell.
First name, John. John, I just need the first name, but that's great. Yes, tell me more.
Okay. I was just wondering if I could get you a couple of opinions, because it's about Scottish clans. I heard you were a Lamont clansman, aye?
Yes.
Aye, well, so is my father, in fact. I just wanted to see if I could get your opinion on some clans, such as like Clan Campbell, Clan Sutherland. I've got a friend who's watching right now, and he's a Sutherland man, Mr. Fuck it off. I don't want to mention his name.
No, don't do the second names.
Sorry, but I was just wondering if I could get your opinions.
Yes, of course you can. Well, the Campbells.
Clan Campbell, Clan McGregor, and Clan Sutherland.
Yes, well, what you'll find is that the clans tend to fall on the ones that wouldn't take arms against the king. Now, the Lammonts had a very tough time because the Campbells massacred them in the 1600s at Doon.
Yes, I actually read up about that.
Yes.
It was a massacre, 200 years.
Dreadful, and put babies down the well at Tower Castle and all sorts of things.
Horrible times, in my opinion.
Horrible times.
Why we should fight each other.
A lot of distrust, fighting each other, and in a way, that's what led to the union between Scotland and England, because the nobles had fought each other and they were running out of money, and Queen Anne just bribed them. And she gave some of them as little as, I think it was 10, 15 pounds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of money in the day. But that was that. But the McGregors, of course, got chased. They were regarded
Yes, I
as
believe,
sheep stealers.
Yeah. The name was outlawed, I believe, for a while. Yeah.
Yes, Rob Roy and all that sort of stuff. Because in those days, a lot of the clans were country people. They got their shoes from leather with leather laces, their wool for the kilts from the sheep. So there were sheep rustlers and cattle rustlers trying to take from another lot all the time. So this was the fighting. They obviously got together at Culloden, but the Lammonts were a very, very powerful clan. But as I say, the Campbells decimated them, and the Campbells were very close to the king, Red John of the Battles, the old Duke of Argyll in the 1600s. And
I've heard them referred to as many things.
many
And
things.
songs specifically as well. One of them is known as the Great Argyll. I've heard them referred to as
The Great Argyll. But I am, of course, a huge fan of the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders.
Oh, yes, I'm actually in the Army Cadets. That's my regiment.
Yes, well, they are a very fine regiment. And I knew
100%.
people, if you go back, you look them up on YouTube. Lieutenant Colonel Colin
Yes,
Mitchell.
I know. See, in my cadet building, they've got a picture of the Battle of Balaclava on the wall.
Yes, the thin red line.
Right.
The thin red line, that's it. And the thin red line, of course, to this day, I think, is the Argyll's magazine. And the motto, Song Per Without Fear.
Aye, a brilliant regiment, in my opinion.
And Ne Oblivicaris.
Yes, all the regiments, in my opinion, are great, brave soldiers.
Well, the Scottish regiments were always fine, and there's a wee song, 700 Glengarried Men.
Yes, that's a very good one. My friend introduced me to it not too long ago.
The call came sweeping down the glen. Dinna stare and stand, get your rifle in your hand. The Argylls are moving again.
Aye, I remember. Anyway, I just wanted to check. I believe you are a teacher, yes, an educator?
A bit of that in my day as well. Opera, the theatre.
I'm pretty sure you used to be one of my teachers here.
Oh, my goodness. Well, lovely to hear you, John. And DINKY-DOO.
Aye, right back after.
Top man.
Aye.
Cry Cruachan for me.
Aye.
DINKY-DOO, sir. There we are. That was great, John, there. Now, communism dealt with the monarchy. No, there's been no dealing with the monarchy, I can tell you, Moby. What have we got? I used to love listening to you on the radio. So did my mum. Sadly, she's passed out. Claire, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure she was a wonderful, wonderful lady. You fight in the name of men who want greed. No, we fight in the name of men who want freedom. Are you from Kilmacombe? Sadly, no. So there we are. Now, DINKY-DOO. Scotty, are you a member of the Lamont clan? I believe so. The monarchy is totally unfit for modern society, so far out of touch, it's unreal. Well, Mustang, of course, you're 100% wrong in that. It's not out of touch at all. So there you go. It's absolutely up there. Thank you for contributing to the live goal, guys. We've got 107 red roses. Can you see it there? How fantastic is that? You won't see it on the YouTube channel. Has everybody watching subscribed to the YouTube channel? Thomas Stevens has sent £5. Thomas, you're very, very kind. I thank you. Thomas has tapped the dollar bill on the super chat. I tell you, Scotty, how would you tackle Scotland's drug problem if you were in charge? Well, you find out how the drugs are getting in and who's letting them in and make these people responsible for doing so. And then huge education. You know that things like drink, drugs, tobacco, all these things, all the same game, somebody trying to make money out of you. And of course, it's a terrible thing if you get hooked. So there we have it. But the trick would be to start finding people proper jobs and rebuilding the economy. There you go. And perhaps certain drugs you could legalize. So you would be able to go into a shop and buy 20 special cigarettes for £5 or something like that. The monarchy is totally unfit. I mean, what a Mustang, what rubbish you're talking there. Right, we've got a lot of stuff to get through here. Kareem, thank you so much. Kareem sent £1. Very good of you. And Thomas Stevens, what are you like? Good evening, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Thank you, Tom. There we are. And I've got a super sticker from Thomas. There we are. We love it. That stays up there. Scotty, yes, we've done that one. Dinky-Doo, how are you? The voice of reason. Hi, Thomas. Good chat. David, lovely to have you with us, of course. Dr. Martin, it's everywhere. Then why has nothing been done? Well, absolutely, Mr. Martin. I wouldn't say nothing has been done. A lot will be being done, but it's not enough to combat the problem. Yeah, because it then becomes more and more acceptable. So there we go. Bring on the Republic site. You would never, ever want a Republic. There's no happy Republic, I can tell you. Dinky-Doo to the party, says Heidi. What's the creek, by the way? The creek is great, Heidi, and lovely to have you with us, by the way. How good are all you guys? The Republic of Scotland, yeah, that'll never happen, Mustang, because all that will do is kick independence into the long grass. That's why Scotland lost the vote in 2014, because there were too many Republicans. And the Unionists said, I'm not voting for that. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that? First name only.
Hello, son, it's David.
David, son, how are you? An experienced caller.
My friend.
What a night tonight, David.
Very interesting. But again, my bill didn't go. I had to go to YouTube.
Well, David, I think you're going to have to sign in again or something, because that's just no right. And tap the bell, you know.
I've got you on. I've had you on the TikTok. But anyway, I had to go on and fix it. I've got you on the big screen.
The TikTok, Davey, is incredible, and the YouTube. People are starting to come and join us on the YouTube as well, and it's just, how can I say, it's very humbling that after 31 years of Scottie McClue, it's growing again for the next generation.
Wonderful,
now,
wonderful, Scotty.
Look at this, 3,500 likes, yes, 110 red roses.
Brilliant.
And everybody joining us in the YouTube, and I want all the TikTokers to go to my TikTok bio, click on the YouTube, subscribe, and go back.
See your lovely wee face.
My wee face.
I know it's very hot. Tonight.
Roasting.
Just get a glass of water and put it over your head.
Well, wait, I put it over your head and put it over the equipment. Davey, there we are. There's my water. Can you see it?
Yep, I've seen your water, but your wee face is really sweaty. Now, you be careful.
My wee face is boiling. I'm giving myself, look, I've got a towel here. I don't mind showing everybody, look.
You're an incredible man.
But it's roasting, Davey. I mean, it's really, the studio is roasting hot. I don't mind, though. You see, somebody actually said, go on, Davey, you.
No, you take a drink. No, take a drink.
No, take a drink yourself. Here we go.
Hey, wonderful.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wonderful. No, Davey, somebody actually said to me, Scotty, see you got on, you might sweat, you've got your open neck shirt, you've got your bonnet, you might shave, you might no shave. And I said, do you think that's holding me up? They went, no, because people are getting to know you. And saying, so it doesn't it? It's just, they said the television is just too formal. And the thing is, we are very informal on here. Fuzzy has given me another 104 red roses. We're sitting at 214.
Brilliant. Scotty, I was trying to send a red rose every time I on TikTok, Scotty. You know me, but I don't know if I press the right buttons.
I don't know how. You'll need to ask anybody how we actually do that. Guys, can I say, if you're watching on the YouTube, can every single one of you go down to the bottom left and give me a thumbs up? You'll see, tap the dollar, but no, you'll see a wee thumbs up, and I want them all to put a thumbs up so I know that they're watching.
Right.
You know?
Wow. I'm a learner. I'm a lover and a learner.
You're fantastic. But listen, you're like me. We're lifelong learners, and we've been learning all our life.
Oh, I mean, I'm 50. I'm 54.
Oh, you're just a boy.
September.
You're just a boy. You know, it's fantastic. Do you know, before I came on, I watched STV. And on STV tonight, we had Forbes Masson and Alan Cumming, two great actors. And they used to be Victor and Barry. Do you remember Victor and Barry?
I've got an ex who was with... I don't want to say anymore.
No, don't say anymore. No, that's enough. You're an offy man. I've got to keep an eye on you, but you're very good. But no, they were just fantastic. And it was so lovely to see them. You know, fantastic. Now then, I want to know what you're thinking about things at the moment. Now there was Kareem on there.
Right. Well, about Mr. Martin, the drugs.
Yes.
The drugs is here to stay. They'll never get rid of the drugs. The drugs is a big crisis.
But tell me this, Davey, right? Say, for instance, you did legalize the drugs, but you still had to have certain things. You had to be a certain age. You had to be at a certain stage, blah, blah, blah. But they brought the price right down to rock bottom. The Crims wouldn't be interested, and the Crims would do a runner. So once the Crims have done a runner, you know, do you think people would say, I don't bother with that stuff anymore? It's just doing my head in.
What I've done, I've travelled the world years ago. Seriously, I think Amsterdam is a free country with drugs.
And do you think that's worked out a lot better for them?
I know, but it's still dangerous.
Aye. I like the aye and no. The only thing is, if it's a free country for it, are the Crims not still supplying them?
Of course they are.
Well, that's your thing, you see what I mean?
I mean, I used to walk along Amsterdam canals and go to certain areas with my ex-partner, and all of a sudden I've been a clothes shop in the Scottie in Amsterdam. You go in a lift, there's drug dealers in the lift trying to grab you, say, do you want this or do you want that? You're trying to get away from them. I'm serious, right? You're trying to get out the shop and run down a pathway, and then one night a guy put a gun right in front of me and my boyfriend. Anyway, so the police intercepted him. I'm serious, right? We had to run for our life, Scotty. And he was just trying to say, take cocaine. You should buy cocaine. You should buy this, buy that. And Scotty was dead scary.
Well, but listen, you don't want that, Davey. You know what I mean? You're better just a nice night at the pictures and a poke of chips, you know.
Of course, and again, you know, you just get gay bars in Amsterdam, that was fine. But you know, you've got hash shops in Amsterdam, hash shops everywhere, coffee shops, hash menus, hash cakes all over. It's actually legal there.
Yes.
But they've still got a law against the people who are selling drugs in the street who are gangsters.
Yes. Well, I think that's the problem. It's the criminal involvement.
Yep. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. One night I was in a gay club in Amsterdam, and this man came in and he said to me in Dutch language, hello or something.
Hello or something,
so my boyfriend was in another bar having a laugh with his pals, and then the guy pulled out this box and it was full of joints.
See, I think though, Davey, things have changed in that in those days, gay men used to be very, very worried about the law, about being caught, about being charged, blah, blah, blah. Now, all that's gone now, and that must surely be a huge advance.
Well, of course, but I mean,
You know?
see, on a gay sense planet, drugs are rife, my friend.
Yes. Yes, I mean,
Rife.
it's a big problem. I mean,
Rife.
it's interesting, though. I think a lot of the bringing up Scotland's drug difficulties and drug problems, a lot of it's political, because it'll be just the same in all the English towns and cities and in London. So I think using the drugs thing is political to say, oh yes, the SNP have got the highest, have presided over a Scotland with the highest, you know, and then they need to start saying, whoa, let's just analyze that comment and compare it with Manchester, with London, with Birmingham, see how we go, you know.
Right, Scotty, but judges in Scotland and all other judges who come to a murder case and a court case, etc., or any cases, judges are hard. They have to wake up morning and send somebody down for like 22 years for murder. Now, a lot of judges take cocaine, Scotty, every day of their life.
Yes. No, listen, I'm not going to go into that, but I do agree that it is widespread and it is across the social spectrum.
Yeah, because my ex was a lawyer, a top lawyer in Glasgow. He trained me everything back in the day in the 90s. I'm serious.
Yes.
Judges are hard. 22 years for murder.
Yes, absolutely. But they're actually
they are stressed out. They're stressed out.
Of course.
These criminals coming in.
Yeah, but they're also officers of the law, and I think that the bulk of criminals realize that system is there, and if they mess up, they will have to answer to it.
Of course.
You know, Davey, as always, your calls are amazing. And I say to you, Dinky-Doo.
I love you, my friend.
Ta-da, la-la. That's good, Davey. Yes, and interesting. Very, very interesting. Now, guys, it's just coming up to 10 o'clock. So there you are. So if you're going for the 10 o'clock bus, you've probably missed it. I say to you, Dinky-Doo, I'm Scooby-Doo, says the voice of reason. The caller's made a right hash of that phone-in conversation. Well, very interesting conversation, you know. But then if you were phoning a drugs helpline, does it say press hash on the message? When you start to legalize certain drugs, the start of a slippery slope to depravity. Nothing good can come from it. Voice of reason, that's a very good comment. We become a very depraved society. But then you see, if the people are all drugged up, does that mean that it allows the evils to get their claws in our studio? The United Kingdom, we don't need flags to know it. No, but Jers, the United Kingdom, I mean, Scotland could do very well independent under the Crown. Where would that then put you, being a unionist, because you're a monarchist? You see, you could be an independent monarchist. Think about that. Where are you from in England? Well, Hoshimada, I am not from England. I am from Scotland, and it's not in England. The people of Scotland are sovereign. Well, Mustang, only to a certain extent, the head of state is the king, and the king is our sovereign lord. His late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, who died a year past yesterday, has granted the people of Scotland parliamentary sovereignty. So all this, the people of Scotland are sovereign. That doesn't mean they can get rid of the sovereign. You see what I mean? Now, what have we got here? Fantastic. What an amazing night, guys. Your calls are incredible. Viva la Revolution. Well, Moby, yes, but what's going to happen? Do you know the advent of the refrigerator? Well, does it go back as far as the 1890s? I remember the larder. Where I was born, they had a larder. Great call, says Charlie. Yes, good call. I tell you, Charlie. Scottie McClue. Right, what have we got here? Dinky-Doo. What's that in the head? I live in London. On the head is the badge, the Scottie McClue badge. There we have it. Why are they bothered about concrete in school? Just in case it gets weak as it gets old and crumbles and a roof comes in. Rob Roy, legendary, absolutely Mustang. There we go. Now, what do we got here? Thank you for contributing, guys. I've got 216 red roses out of 300. How fantastic are you guys? Can everybody watching right now go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap? Can the chosen ones go to the TikTok bio? Make sure you follow me on TikTok. Everyone should be following if you've got a TikTok account. And what I would like to see there, 5,700 likes. We're going to get 6,000, aren't we? I would like you all to go on the YouTube channel. It's just youtube.com/Scottie McClue. And subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a strange use of the word. And then come back. But make sure you've followed on the TikTok. Also, if you're on YouTube, please go down to the bottom left and click the thumbs up. And if anybody's feeling flush, you can click the dollar at the bottom left of the super chat. There we are. All my friends hate the Campbells, says Mad Lad. Well, they weren't too popular. I love the Welsh accent. Ian, it's a beautiful accent. I sometimes like to try it myself. You go to chapel like. Good evening, Scottie. Can you say a big hello to my daughter, Joanna? She's going to a party tomorrow night, and tell her not to get drunk. I will, Alan. I will tell Joanna not to get drunk. And you tell her as well. There we are. Fantastic. Now, what's happening, bro? Dinky-Doo. Celtic or Rangers, PNC, just go and see them both play, and then you can make your mind up. I mentioned Hash, go there, the voice of reason, says David. Murray O'Donnell, what a top man. Hi, Scottie, my good fellow. Hiya, Murray. Lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, you are very esteemed, and your kindness and support are so appreciated. Hail, says James. Hello, Scottie, best wishes from your friend Darren in Nottingham. Darren is watching in Nottingham, guys. Is that not amazing? Now, as everybody followed, we need another, I think it's 20 followers. So if you're on TikTok and you haven't followed, please do so. Very important. I think you go up to the top left. Am I right? No, left. And you click the plus sign. So there we are. The only hash I like are the hash browns, says the voice of reason. Yes, I was thinking that. I remember I used to have hash browns with my breakfast. I don't think that's anything to do with hash. What is the true anthem of Scotland, my true friend? KD, the true anthem of Scotland is God Save the King. So there you have it. Yes, indeed. Yes, Olivia. When is independence coming? Well, everybody needs to get 100% behind the monarchy in Scotland. Otherwise, it will never happen. So there you go. Woo! So people like the Not My King Brigade, they're holding up independence. I say to you. Now, shared the live. Thank you for sharing. Every man dies, says PNC, but not every man really lives. Now you are talking. Guys, I need another 20 followers, will do me, and another 10 subscribers on the YouTube channel. So all of you on the TikTok, subscribe on the YouTube. So there we go. Now then, hold on a wee second till we see what's going on here. Right. There we are. That's the stuff to give it. Murray O'Donnell, what are you doing? As I warn you today, stay cool, Scotty. Murray O'Donnell has just sent me £20 or £25, Murray. Murray, I'm getting slightly embarrassed. This is huge, huge, huge generosity. So there we are. I'll maybe have to ration you. Guys, can we give Murray O'Donnell a massive round of applause? He's just sent me £20. It might be £25. So there you are. And it's just popped up. He's tapped the dollar at the bottom left of the super chat. Thank you, Murray. That is so kind of you. Dinna fash yourself. I do, Murray, because you're so generous and so kind. So there we are. Dinky-Doo, I say to you. Now, what do we got here? That's fine. I'll just do that one in, and I'll just do this one in as well. There we go. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Did you have mince and tatties today? Now, I'll tell you what we had today. We had a little bit of fish. What did you do when you worked? Well, I still work here. I inform, educate, and entertain. There we have it. King Charles is to blame for our inclement weather conditions. He's the reigning monarch. Ah, I see what you just did there. You make a joke with me, yes? So there we have it. I always work. I'm far too young to not work. What are you talking about, says James. I'm just entering the conversation. Thank you guys for contributing to the goal. Can you believe, can you see the red roses there? 216 out of 300. Murray O'Donnell, thank you again. You're so kind. I love fish, says David McCafferty. Yes, and Murray's just told me not to fash myself. That's a lovely old Scottish saying. So there we are. When are you coming back on at 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.? Alan McGee, be careful what you wish for, because we're talking to radio stations right now. Dinky-Doo, mate, shout me out, Rab and Scott. Robert, of course I will. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube, have you subscribed? And go down to the bottom left and click the thumbs up. Dinky-Doo. Yes, indeed, busy tonight. And it's warm. Why do you do this, says Rehan. Rehan, a very good question. The real reason I do this is because I know that there is a huge latent demand for late night talk on radio and television. The radio and television companies are playing it safe. You look at radio now, it does very well, makes itself a few bob, not as well as it could do if it had the Scottie McClue talk show, but it makes itself a few quid and it takes a few crumbs from the table, and it's more of a jukebox. Look at television, with the odd exception, like tonight with Victor and Barry, with Forbes and Allen on STV, just one of the odd wee gems we get. But in general, television's playing it safe as well. So when I get in touch with a television company and say, do you want a big audience at night? They go, I think we'd maybe better say no, Scotty. You know what I mean? The way things are nowadays, you know, just a lot of nonsense, right? So, I mean, you can forget that. So I think, well, we'll pop up on the YouTube and the TikTok, and then at least people can get a wee taste of a late night talk show. So that's why I do it, you know? Now, am I mad? You can tell me. Do you appreciate it? You can tell me. I accept applause or derision on my merits. But I know that the beautiful people watching who, you know, send me like huge money like Murray there, and others that send a £5 or £1 just to say we enjoy the show, Scotty, you know, and we put that into a little bit of advertising to let everybody know it's on. So it's a very slow growth, but it will grow. David says, we're in it for the banter. See, David's in it for the banter, the same as I am. So I think, you know, I could say, when you say, why do you do this? I could say to you, why do you watch? Because we've just had 1 million views on the YouTube, and I think nearly 150 million views on the TikTok since it started. People have been tapping the phones tonight, and I've got 12,000 likes. You see? So there we are. There's FTBL. Lovely to have you with us. Scottie is SCOTTIE. Always amuses me when Scottie McClue, 2 billion people have heard of Scottie McClue. 2 billion. But if there's 8 billion in the world, that means that 6 billion haven't heard of Scottie McClue. So there we have it. So why do I do it? I do it for you, and I do it for me because I'm in it for the banter the same as you are. Is that a fair answer? I mean, guys, you tell me. You know, to me, it's an hour. It's a pop-up. It's saying hi to the nation saying hi back to not just one nation, but all the nations. And I think there's a lot in it. It's called Mince and Wee Beefies. Back again from Belfast, Scottie. Tom Phillips, are lovely to have you with us. Well, Scottie, dinky-doo, says Tom. You're a top man, Scottie, says Robert. Dinky-doo, Scottie. The Adams Ale, Scottie. Yes. Vodka, says Mr. Martin. No, Mr. Martin, you know I don't drink alcohol, so it can't be vodka. Oh, I'm enjoying it tonight, though. The studio is roasting. I mean, am I right to do it? You tell me. Alan says an hour ain't long enough. 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Yes, the only thing is, Alan, I have to get up at the back of 5 in the morning. Can we get a wee tune? Would you like a tune on the squeeze box? Telephone? You're live on Scottie's phone, and who's that?
Aye, we're into the banter, so we are lovely banter, Scottie, you know.
The banter.
You know, look at that car over there, they're snogging each other. The banter's lovely. Big cup of coffee, the banter up at the bars, you know.
Is that you, Davey? Yeah, funny man. What? No, but that's a very interesting question. Why do you do this?
I know.
I mean, I don't do it for the money. We know that, so that's removed that.
No,
you know, but I do it, and everybody is very kind.
You're a lovely granddad, or the banter's brilliant. We all love the banter.
The banter. No, but Davey, I could then put that on to the likes of yourself and go, well, why do you watch? You know what I mean?
That's right.
You see, I'll do it. A lovely guy once put down, he said, when we were starting this off, and there was just a handful of people before the word got round, and he said to me, he says, do you know, Scottie, you would do this if there was just one person watching? I said, yes.
Of course,
I said, I would, because that's one more than we had.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Honestly, the banter as a Glasgow, the banter at Glasgow's amazing.
I think so, and I mean, you know, obviously it's a slightly different setup. Obviously, we're doing it on a bit of a shoestring, but it does mean we can't play the music. You know, we all that, but everything else is in place, and I think it's worth doing it.
See when you play your tune at the end, I just love that.
A wee bit of nonsense.
I love what you do. As I said, I've got a friend who's got an organ. You know, I call an organ. He's next to a teacher, and he's brilliant, but he won't come on and show you. He's too shy.
Well, the other thing is what we have to watch. What we have to watch is the copyrights. You see.
He tried not to do that like you, but he's got here a few tunes. He's a pretty clever teacher.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
Wonderful.
You know what I mean? Honestly.
It's absolutely
but anyway, we'll have the back to the Glasgow.
The Glasgow banter.
Oh, look at that domestic out there. The Post don't even care about the domestic.
Davey,
that's terrible, that is.
Davey, here's one here. That's soon gone a year since the death of Her Majesty. Well, it's a year tomorrow, Angela. And Scottie McClue, right. Scottie McClue broke the news on the internet 15 minutes after the palace announced it.
That's right.
In fact, I think we beat the television companies to it.
When I seen, of course, you know, it went on for 2 days, a lovely coffin, but nobody really annoyed me. Or the 2 stars who skipped the queue. Right, come on.
Yes, no names, no Pedro, but that was out of order.
No.
That was out of order.
That's just it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that thoroughly annoyed everybody.
Didn't skip the queue.
Yeah, I think that was the start of the slippery slope.
Well, there you go.
Now, you see, David, there's somebody saying Flower of Scotland will always be the anthem. No, Flower of Scotland has never been the anthem. See, this is the kind of rubbish people come out with.
Don't get me wrong, Flower of Scotland's a lovely song.
No, Flower of Scotland's a gorgeous song, and it was written by a lovely man called Roy Williamson, who was half of the Corries. Half of the Corries, Roy Williamson and Ronnie Brown. And Roy was great, and the song is beautiful. It's based on the chorus of the Hebrew slaves from the opera Nabucco.
In fact, Scotty, who died today? It was on Scotland Today. What do you old? It was a comedian who died. Did you see it?
Yes, I saw that. Absolutely. But wait till I tell you. So listen to this one, Davey. Flower of Scotland. Right. Here's the chorus of the Hebrew slave.
Right.
Da dee da da ra dee 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 dee. Listen. Oh, Flower of Scotland. Do you hear it?
When will we see you rise again?
Yes, do you hear it though?
Davey,
did you hear the similarity? And that was what Roy was thinking about when he wrote it. And so Flower of Scotland, but all these people that say, it's our national anthem, it's not. And it never has been the national anthem. You know,
no.
From that point of view, so.
There you go, my friend.
There's Michelle, she says, you're a very smart man, Scotty. And now there's Taylor. He's not our king. Now, of course, he's our king, Taylor. Another silly comment, you know?
Well,
and there, listen to this. Here's one. Monarch is just stealing money. Get rid of them. They don't take a penny. They've got their own income. They're almost self-financing, and they cost you less than £1 a year.
Less than £1 a year. I don't get wrong, Scotty. I'm not really any
all that. Of course not. But
I'm not against them either. I'm not against anyone.
I'm just telling the truth here. I mean, I'm not. You know, Scott. Listen to this one. Taylor says, "Scotty, start advocating independence." I've been advocating independence for about 10 years.
I know, of course you have. You've done your best. But I mean, we need to go somewhere because we're getting destroyed anyway.
Yes. I mean, this is what's actually happening.
Totally destroyed.
David, I'm going to have to dash.
Right, son, Dinky.
Love you lots, Dinky.
Flower of Scotland.
Oh, Flower of Scotland.
Dinky-Doo, my friend.
Dinky-Doo, Lala. There we are. That's good, David. We are out of time, my dear friends. I can't believe how quick this time's gone. I'll say goodnight to you, beautiful, beautiful TikTokers. Stick out your tongues and say ta-ta. Follow me, 13,700 likes. Beautiful, beautiful people. And thank you for all your lovely gifts. Ta-da-las. There we go. Isn't that amazing? What an incredible show tonight. And guys, what can I say? You beautiful, beautiful YouTubers. There you all are there. Alan McGee always says this, take the bonnet off. Alan, why would I take the bonnet off? That's like saying to Ivanhoe before a battle, to off your armour. No tunes, says Robert. Robert, we're going to have to go. DINKY-DOO, Scotties is the wonderful top. Ta-ta, says Murray. Guys, stick out your tongues and say ta-ta. Are you ready? Get subscribing, by the way. Bye-bye. And again, here we go. Last chance after 2. 2. Bye-bye.